What's good, unapologetic gang? So I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about this. I have been wanting to make this video for like a month, and just skip the intro, man. Just get right down to it. Okay, let me put the tea out of my hands. I'm a little tired. But I just want to talk to you guys about this whole thing. Everybody's talking about kingdom marriages, kingdom marriages, kingdom marriages. It's not so simple for the most of us, right? So a lot of us, we have a lot of situations going on. We can't just date anybody. Then there's this, what we call divine assignment of the person, right? So even with that come a lot of rules. It's not like we talked about in one of the first conferences I went to, in the prophetic conference. It's not so much like the law of averages, dating all these people and then one will surely work out. There's a lot of values that come into it. There's books that have been recommended to me through tons of mentors. One of them was 101 questions to ask before you get engaged. And actually, it's more than that. It's just, tons of questions to continue asking. Then there's the time that you need for yourself. Then there's the time that you need to grow. And then there's confirmation that you're supposed to do something in ministry together. So it kind of becomes a little complicated if this person is really interested in stuff that you have kind of gotten rid of. Some people see it as, okay, well, there was all these people in the Bible who were messes before, and now look at them now. It's not so simple. It's not really like that. Some of the rules that are governed, let me stop saying that. Because words create worlds, right? So in this space where we're saying and we're declaring that good things have come, things have happened, we're already in a space of giving God thanks and appreciation. It's not the same situation that Susie down the street's talking about. How was your first date? I heard this even before. Somebody's even saying, oh girl, the sex was so good. And, we're not really in a space where we can even really be entertaining that. So it comes down to a lot of things, right? There's what we want, and then there's God's will. There's the person that God chose for us, and then the situation that we're in now. It's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of things to really consider. So for this, it's like, how do we get from point A, from what we want to, like, okay, everybody's saying, no, you're a Boaz, and no, this person's going to come, it's going to happen rapidly. Everyone has their own different story, believe it or not. And sometimes the move of God can be rapid and swift, or it can be something like in your 60s, 70s. But my prayer for most of you is that you will be satisfied early. That's been one of the prayers that we continuously pray with Prophetic Prayer Hour PPH with Reverend Sam Oye. And I recommend you guys, please go and check out his channel. There are prayers 3 times a day. So it will either be around midnight. It's 4 a.m. in Nigeria time. So it'll be more, maybe 11 p.m. or so. And then you will pray in the middle of the night, like around midnight or so. Then you pray midday, and then you pray at their mid-morning. So it's morning for them, it will be midnight for you. Anyway, 3 different prayer times, and the prayers are powerful. But one of the things to pray about is, Lord, satisfy me early. And this is no shade to the people who end up getting married in their 60s or 70s. I love you so much. To some people that have had those stories. Dr. Cindy Trim is like, her testimony is powerful, right? And so as we keep learning and hearing about all these people who have these pop-up prophetic, boom, it just happened and get ready quick, I want to relate to you a dream that I had a few months ago. Actually, I was sleeping, and okay, that's what a dream is. That's what a dream is, man. I was actually, they're actually doing some work here in the garden, so I'm trying to... And I have a long story to tell you guys anyway. But anyway, I had this dream, and I saw something very rapid. For most of you all, this may even happen. It was a rapid situation, a rapid wedding, a rapid, everything happened. Like so what happened was, there was a man holding a child, and the woman looked at him and was like, this is the person that I've married. And it wasn't a disappointment. It was just kind of like a, oh wow, I didn't expect this. It wasn't, girl, look what God did for me. Like, it wasn't like that kind of vibe. It wasn't fleshy. It was just kind of like, wow, this is different. What I felt from this other person, the man who was holding a child up, he was just really in love with this woman. So this is powerful. The wedding, though, this wedding situation was kind of the thing that caused me to say, okay, well, hold up, wait a minute now. So what happened was, this girl was like, it was a rush wedding, and she had to hurry up and get some of the stuff inside of her closet. She had to get her clothes out quick, and there was nothing. And then the very last dress in her closet was a white dress. There were people there that maybe in the past she had some issues with. What I'm saying is, maybe there's people that have been, but were actually there. She was freaking out during her wedding day and saying, I want this person with me. So it was maybe your family. So reparations, and I posted this before, conversations are coming up soon. Conversations, healing is happening. Hold on to these visions, and write and record your dreams. Things aren't so worldly like everybody else, where you can try things out. And sometimes I want to say, it does feel like sometimes people are getting maybe a little bit ahead, and you're just stopping. So I just want to remind you, don't look at everybody else. Just always seem to be happy for them and stay in your own lane. I made that YouTube video, I think sometime in January or February. And I want you guys to go and check that out. Stay in your own lane and focus not on the others. This is like 150, okay? Let's just keep it 150%. Let's keep it real up in here. So this is kind of like the situation. That road to this is not, it's an interesting one. Sometimes it could be super short, and sometimes everybody else has these incredible words about, oh my gosh, this person's going to ask you for water. And then this person is going to forgive them, and just be calm and still be their friend, and every day it's something else. And I just want to ask you all to maybe back off of that. I know it's hard. Everybody's making all these videos, and everybody's going through 101 transitions, and everybody's showing you, look, I'm living in a suitcase, God has me moving. And everybody's talking about the same thing. And you're just like, if something don't happen for me, I don't know what is, okay? It can get frustrating. So I just want to say, everybody's talking about the same situation. But I want you guys to stay focused, okay? Focus on yourself, and that's really hard. Trust me, because we're going through this up and down, valley and mountains and road and left and right and to the square and all this and that. It's a lot happening. So I just want to stay, do your best to stay focused and stay happy. I know that there's actually been a season of time where, if you pay attention, it seems like everybody's in couples. Like, is this just happening? And then all of a sudden there's like an air of something that comes up, and you're like, oh no. So if this air of jealousy starts hitting you, let's go ahead and rebuke that now. Let's cast out that spirit of jealousy now. And you can do it for yourself. One day that happened, I was just coughing. I was like, I was walking and it was coming out. So just be happy for other people. When you're being blessed in the neighborhood, you're next, all right? God's blessing everybody in the neighborhood, so you're next. I want you guys to stay focused on that, and don't worry about what the world is doing. It's not so like the same rules for everybody else as it is for you. It is different. It is, there's a situation where it's just talking, really. You can't really be in a physical space. You just kind of have to get to know people and ask a lot of questions and make sure that this is something that cannot be broken. That's like really making sure that the foundation is solid first. Because we know that the enemy likes to come against, any sort of covenant, or when there's two in agreement. So let's just go ahead and rebuke that now. And let's start also saying prayers for the people in our future. All right, guys, take care. Thank you for tuning in. And hear from you soon.